Hello and welcome to another edition of Little Port and East Cambs Academy Community News. It's a chance to share many of the good things happening in school and many of the opportunities that we've had over the last few days. So first of all, things I'd like to mention. One, I'd like to say a big thank you to all the students who's participated in the Student Commission. The Student Commission happened on Tuesday. We had to remotely. Our plan was to go to Ipswich Town Football Club to have the students from our 4 secondary schools discussing learning. Unfortunately, we had to go remote within the last 48 hours. I think as a sensible decision based upon the rising numbers in both areas. So it was a lovely virtual event where we had over 100 students from the 4 secondary schools in the trust looking and discussing about what makes good learning. They had a great opportunity to work with staff from other schools virtually and did a presentation. They listened to work on cognitive load theory and oracy, but also reflecting on some of their own learning experiences and had a discussion with their subject leaders. Now, this is an ongoing project for over the next 2 years, and we're really looking forward to see the impact. We calculated as a group that if we have these 100 students across these 4 schools and they have a full impact across all the students within the secondary school part of our trust, that's 4,200 students. And they have about 38 weeks a year, 25 hours a week of learning over the next 10 years. That's almost 40 million hours worth of impact of learning from this group of 100 students. So that's a fantastic piece of work. We're really looking forward to working with them. They'll continue with doing some work in their current schools, and they will then go on to another conference in February time where we get back together. But it's about a 2-year project, and we'll keep sharing the good news with you about how they're getting on. Today we've had Christmas Jumper Day. It was lovely to see so many students embracing the Christmas jumper theme and building up to that festive spirit. Thank you everybody who actually made a donation, and that goes on to charity. Staying on the Christmas theme, we have next Friday we have our Christmas dinner. It'll be a roast dinner and be organisations, and details will be coming out of that very shortly. And I can't go a single session or community news without mentioning COVID. It's out there. We know there's a new variant. We are getting fresh guidance coming through, but the guidance has been, whilst it's been upped outside in the community, I think with the standard within schools is what we've expected all the way through. We want students to be wearing face masks whilst they're moving around the building. And making sure that they are social distancing as much as they possibly can, taking care of themselves, wiping down the tables, getting their hands sanitised as they're moving through the buildings. There's nothing new there for us. It is about that, but we really do need students to wear their face masks whilst they're moving around the building. That helps reduce the spread of COVID amongst our community. But thank you very much for that. Now I'm on to the shout outs. These are from members of staff to say big well done to students. So well done, so it's from Miss Elliott. Well done to Gabriel in year 10 for delivering an outstanding compelling speech in PSHE on human rights. And well done to Summer in child development for her enthusiasm for completing a coursework to such a high standard. So well done to Sky in year 11 for being progress driven in child development. Miss Elliott is really impressed. And a shout out to 10D for another fantastic week. Lots of positive points being given and feedback being received. This from Miss Easton. We can be a shout out to all the students who gave up their lunch after school to take part in the candidate assemblies. So many students take part in the process to select a new principal. Special thanks to Gabriel, Sky, Mark, Darcy, Oakley, Alani for being excellent ambassadors for the school as part of the student panel. You may have heard we've had our principal interviews this week on Wednesday and final interviews today. Obviously, we're not in a position to release that information, but as soon as we will pass that on to you, and I'm sure you'll be looking forward to meeting the new principal when they start. This is from Mr. Mortlock. So well done to a year 8 basketball team who came second in their first basketball tournament. Well done for the tournament. Fantastic achievement. Getting second. It's quite an achievement. And this is from Miss Wigglesworth. A shout out to all the students who've attended intervention this week. Students have worked really hard. Also shout out to additional unplanned visiting students for intervention. This is from Mr. Hughes. Can have a shout out to Hannah in year 11 who has achieved a level 9, a grade 9 in the science mocks. If you look at the grading system for parents who aren't aware of how this works, it's no longer A stars down to Gs, it's grade 9s down to grade 1s, where grade 5 is considered a good pass, grade 4 is a standard pass, and a grade 9 is the highest mark you can get. So you're looking at an A. If using old money, that's an A star plus. So well done to Hannah, great job. And can you please shout out to Theo in year 7 from Miss Rice for his determination in maths, putting his hand up and always trying his best. So well done, everybody who's had the shout out. So that brings us into next week and the end of another edition of the Lecco Community News. I'd like to thank all the staff for their hard work and determination. I'd like to thank all the students for their contributions this week. And it's been a lovely way to finish the week with meeting so many people today, going around and having the conversations and seeing that real enthusiasm and the joy to be here from the students. So thank you very much, and I look forward to speaking to you next week.